What is up, guys? It is Pup, your coach of the Green Bay Drillbers, and today we have week 1 of the PWC, the Pokemon World Circuit, and we are taking on Shadow Gallade, he was runner-up last season when I wasn't around. He only lost to FistToYourDoom. He's in GWA with us, and he is an amazing battler. So I know that we are going to have a very tough time. Luckily, Shadow Gallade, they have a sort of meme Tera captain. They have Misdreavus, and that just puts me to ease. Misdreavus has to come to every game. Misdreavus has to come versus me, and I do not think it matches up very well versus me. I mean, I could get absolutely smoked by it. That would be crazy. But I feel like that's a little bit of a relief for us, even though it's going to be a very, very, very hard battle anyways. So first of all, if you guys want to skip to the battle, there should be like a timestamp, probably. Hopefully I did it. If not, oh well, go look for it yourself. But I'm gonna go over my team, especially since it's the first week, then go over my opponents. So first of all, we have our Tera captain that has to come to every single game. That's Cryogonal. And then we have Meowscarada, Enamorus, Volcarona, Gliscor, Glimmora, Empoleon, Dragalge, Girder, Spiritomb, and Charjabug. And then our opponent, they have the Tera captain of Misdreavus, like I said. They have Darkrai, Dragonite, Azumarill, Cinderace, Gothitelle, Pawmot, Snorlax, Duraludon, Meganium, and Eevee. So just looking at their team, one thing I noticed is that Bellydrum Azumarill just absolutely destroys me. I don't really have any good switch-ins. The best bet is them not bringing superpower, and then I can wall it with Empoleon. But if they bring superpower and they belly drum, they can kill every single member of my team. So that's a very, very big issue that I have to deal with. Luckily, we have a decent amount of things that can kill it in one shot. We have a decent amount of things that can at least live like an Aqua Jet and outspeed it and get some chip. So I'm hoping that it's not too bad. And Gothitelle is also a threat. Being able to like trap some of my Pokemon in and just set up on me is very threatening. Darkrai clicks buttons against me. Life Orb looks amazing. It just destroys half my team with Dark Pulse and Sludge Bomb, and then can also click like Focus Blast. And even like Dragonite setting up or going like Choice Band at extreme speed is really scary into my team. So I have to be really, really careful this week, but I can't go too defensive or else I'll just get like chipped and then swept. So let's go right over my team. I'm bringing the Meowscarada with a Choice Band, Protean with Flower Trick and Knockoff, a Triple Axle and U-Turn. I have enough speed on here to outspeed a Cinderace and then put the rest in HP. This is very good into their team. Choice Band and Knockoff is not appreciated by a single member of their team. I can throw off Flower Tricks, which are also really good, into almost everything on their team except for like the Dragonite and probably Duraludon as well. Triple Axle destroys the Dragonite though, so I have that option, and then U-Turn is really good pivoting for me. I could easily lead this thing. I think it matches up well into a lot of the things that they would bring or even lead, except for maybe the Duraludon, which I can just U-Turn out. They can probably set up spikes. I mean, they probably set up Stealth Rocks, but that's not too big of an issue. Second up, we have Enamorus. I'm rocking a Kebia Berry so that we can take a Sludge Bomb from that Darkrai. They could also run like a Gunk Shot on Cinderace, which I can probably also live, depending on their spread. I'm running a Contrary set with Superpower, Play Rough, Taunt, and Healing Wish. Max speed to outspeed everything on their team below Pawmot. And then I have max attack with a little bit of HP. Superpower looks really, really good into their team. The things that doesn't look good into are like the Dragonite, who gets destroyed by Play Rough, and maybe like Gothitelle, who still doesn't want to take a +1 Play Rough after switching in. We also have Taunt, so the Gothitelle can't really set up on me too well. And then Healing Wish if we want to bring back like my Meowscarada or anyone else on my team to be able to eat more hits. Third up, we got Glimmora. Bringing a little bit of a heat set this week. We're running Rock Polish, Earth Power, Sludge Wave, and Meteor Beam on a Power Herb variant. So what I can do is I can just click Meteor Beam. I'll get an immediate +1 boost with a 120 base power rock type move, which will blow back most of the members on their team. I can click Earth Power, I can click Sludge Wave, and at +2 speed, I'll outspeed even a lot of Scarfers. I think I'm actually outrunning the Darkrai Scarf at +2 with this set. But if I'm not, then I'm outspeeding some other Scarf. But this can easily sweep their team. They don't have any really good switch-ins. The best thing that they have for it is like Choice Band Azumarill Aqua Jetting me, which I think I have a role to live anyways, and it'll set up Toxic Spikes on their side of the field. So I mean, that's fine by me. And then they have Snorlax as well that might be able to eat up like 2 Sludge Waves, but I really doubt that it's going to want to eat that up, especially if I get some hazards up or if I get some chip on that thing. Third up, we're going to have Empoleon. This is my Azumarill answer, even if it has superpower. I mean, this is all I can do. I have the red card, so if I switch in on a Play Rough or an Aqua Jet, then I can switch it out and get rid of its +6 attack, which is perfect. I've also got Roost, Flip Turn, Triple Axle, and Stealth Rocks on this thing. Triple Axle hits the Dragonite super hard. It also does really good chip into a lot of the rest of their team, while I can pivot with Flip Turn. And then I have Stealth Rocks because those look pretty nice in chipping down their team so that I can sweep with any of the first 3 Pokemon on my team. In my 5th slot, we got Gliscor. I thought that this was a pretty good set to bring against them. Just got Toxic Orb with Earthquake, Toxic, Protect, and U-Turn. U-Turn makes it so I can't get set up by the Gothitelle. Can't even sub in my face to try to not get hit by Toxic. I can also just Earthquake most of the Pokemon on their team. It's really good into them. Toxic like on the Dragonite. I can even Toxic on the Azumarill, so it can't really sweep me, and just protect it. And I'm running max defense, almost max HP, a little bit of speed, and that'll bring me up to 230. And that just means that I can outspeed technically Eevee if that comes, but it's really for a Gothitelle that it's not running a boosting nature. And then last up, we have to bring our Tera Captain, bringing the Cryogonal. I'm running Shed Shell here, so I can't get trapped ever by the Gothitelle, but I also have Rapid Spin, Recover, Freeze Dry, and Haze on Tera Water. So this thing can eat up an Aqua Jet from the Azumarill and click Haze to get rid of its setup. I mean, if they're Choice Banded, then it's tough. Freeze Dry hits everything on their team pretty hard except for the Snorlax, which it literally just doesn't touch. But they can't set up curses on me anyways because I have Haze. We have Tera Water to be able to resist the Aqua Jet. I don't know if I mentioned that already. It's also good into resisting Pyro Ball from Cinderace. I can also eat up hits from Darkrai if they're not Nasty Plot boosted, and I can Freeze Dry them, get some chip, which is pretty nice. I spin away any hazards that the Duraludon wants to set up, or if they court change over the Toxic Spikes from Glimmora, then I can spin those away and I can just recover. So I can be just a real nuisance on max HP, max defense, just a little bit of special attack. So that's about it for our team. The game plan really is to be able to chip stuff down, make sure that Azumarill cannot sweep me, and maybe be able to counter sweep with Glimmora. Meowscarada destroys things, just chunks stuff with knockoff. So maybe leading with that and just go into town on things is the game plan. Namorous can definitely come in and sweep later in the game, especially after we see what Tera type the Misdreavus has. If it's Tera Steel, then I'm in a really good spot because I just click Superpower. And I feel like they could easily bring Eviolite Tera Steel to try to beat my Enamorus that's a special attacker, because it would be immune to the Earth Power after its Levitate ability. But we have Superpower and we're rocking a physical set, so I think that that could be a really good read on them as well. So that's it, and I will see you guys right over here in the battle. Alright, we're getting connected to Shadow Gallade. Let's see what they have. If you guys like the layout, let me know. So they're not bringing the Azu, but everything else that I thought. So let's go in here, get rid of Azu, and let me grab the Duraludon and bring him over here and make him a little bit bigger. So yeah, Duraludon is probably here to be rocks. Let's delete a couple of these guys. Alright, he could definitely lead 4 rocks with him. I could also see like a Scarf lead from something else. I feel like it's really safe to just lead into my Gliscor, except for if they're like Ice Beam on their Darkrai that leads. But I don't really see like a super downside to this. I mean, yeah, I have U-turn, so like the Gothitelle can't just set up on me. So I think I'm gonna do that. I can get my Toxic Orb up. And yeah, so I mean, good luck, have fun to our opponents. If you can't tell, like, I'm a little sick, so I'm not gonna be talking like too much. But I mean, I'll still be here. And it seems like they had a dedicated lead, whether that be like Cinderace, Darkrai, I could see, or the Duraludon, which is most likely. Bring out Air Force, which is Gothitelle. Okay. So I should definitely be able to outspeed this thing. Gliscor versus a Gothitelle. I mean, they can do a lot of damage to me. Let's see. They would have to run a lot of speed to be able to outspeed me. And I just really don't see that. I think I could just freely U-turn and get a lot of damage off on them. I do get the free U-turn off. And it does. I don't even have my measuring thing up there, but it looks to do about the 35 to 40 that says it can. And, I mean, if I just go out to Meowscarada here, what are they going to go for? I feel like that's pretty free. I just want to make sure that I'm not throwing, though. Now, let's go in here. Gothitelle. I really just don't want to throw. I mean, they could Thunder Wave, but they wouldn't Thunder Wave into my Gliscor, would they? I don't know, I feel like this gives us a really good opportunity to be on the front. They could Focus Blast. They just Psychic Noise. Awesome. And I get to throw off a disgusting U-turn or knockoff here. U-turn will guarantee a kill, but knockoff is great for just breaking something. And Choice Band locked into it. I'm just gonna knock off. Ooh, they're... Oh, wait, no. Oh, they are Culver. I don't think they live it, though. They do, just barely. Ah, that sucks. And they do hit a Focus Blast on me, which could easily take me out. Yeah, man, that thing lived on 1. Wow. I mean, Culver. That's really, really unfortunate. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure what to do here. I mean, I can just go back into Gliscor and get, like, Earthquake. That'll get my Toxic Orb up, at least. I think that's a pretty good idea. They could preserve this thing, but I don't think that they need to. Okay, I'm going to take Meowscarada off the layout. Yeah, that is definitely unfortunate, but I think we're going to pick up the kill on the Goth here. Meowscarada would have been really good into the rest of their team. Really could have done a lot of damage, especially with like Triple Axle. Man, I definitely should have U-turned. If I U-turn there, I'd be in such an amazing spot. I do just knock this thing out. Awesome. There goes that. So we are 1-1. I'm going to get my Toxic Orb. And I feel like they could easily go out to Darkrai here. Gliscor, they go to Pokemon Fan, which is the Darkrai. And I am very, very scared of, like, Nasty Plot. Ice Beam. Ice Beam will absolutely demolish me. I think that I can go out into my Cryo here. I mean, if they predict and throw off Focus Blast, like, it's a good play by them. But if not, then I can just, like, click Terra Water and eat any hit at +2. Yeah, I mean, Focus Blast is such a good play for them. But I think I might have to go out into this thing anyways. I'm really nervous for the nasty plot, though. The nice thing is I can just get some chip at least. And they can't sub on me. They do just Ice Beam. Perfect. And I think I just will Tera in the water. Throw off a Freeze Dry. I mean, nothing really wants to take it. Yeah, I might as well just Tera, throw it off. It has a non-zero chance of 3 at KOing from, like, no bulk. We didn't see a Life Orb, though, which is nice. So they could easily be Scarfed. You know, how much did that do? It did 44. Yeah, it's definitely not, like, specs or anything. They go to average main. That's got to be the Strevis. So let's see how much this Freeze Dry does. If they're like an Eviolite set, then it should do maybe like 20%. Tera Water here, so that Cinderace can't really touch me too well. And yeah, it does very, very little damage. They're definitely an Eviolite set. The nice thing, though, is that they can't really set up on me at all. I'm Tera Watered. The best thing they could do is, like, throw off Willow here. So I feel like it's kind of free to go back into Gliscor. I mean, Hex would do a decent chunk. Let's see what they go for. Mean Look. Okay, okay. The nice thing is that I'm at least U-turn, so I can't escape. But I'm just going to throw off the Toxic on this guy. Nothing wants to come in to take this Toxic. They're just going to protect. That's fair. And I think on this next turn, I'm just going to Toxic again. Doesn't matter if they want to go out to, say, like, the Duraludon. It's pretty free, because I can just Earthquake. Are they going to be Tera Poison? That'd actually be pretty heat. Ah, Tera Poison. Are they just going to Hex me? Is this their Gliscor beater? Yeah, that's a good prep. And they're Icy Wind. Ooh, that's a lot too. Icy Wind did about what 220. That boy is like definitely invested somewhat. 1 second. No. Sorry about that. Let's see. So I do get the Protect off. I'm probably not gonna live this. I could go for another Protect though. I can't switch. Yeah. Which is unfortunate. I think my best play is actually to go for a double Protect. So I'm at -1 speed. Yeah, I'm definitely getting outsped. Yeah, I'd just go for a double. I do get it. And the Icy Wind. So, I mean, depending on how much investment they have, this is a roll to kill. They could easily be like a 128. And then I would live. They do Icy Wind. Let's see. I do live. Actually, decently easily. I get a U-turn off. Doesn't do anything. Maybe that first one was just like a high roll. The thing that I'm wondering now, how much does my Glamora do with Meteor Beam? It's gonna do about 60%. They can slow me down though, which is a huge issue. So, yeah, Icy Wind Protect. I can't really go Enamorous. I don't have anything to hit this. I mean, I could go to Empoleon and set up my rocks. Something like that. We got Flip Turn as well. feel like rocks are really pretty good against them. We've got the red card as well, so it's not like they're gonna be able to trap me. They do mean look. Like, okay, try to beat me. There's a good chance that they're like Will-O-Wisp and Hex. It's their last two moves. So I think I'm just gonna flip turn out here. They're Perish. Alright. That's actually totally fine by me. Flip turn, get a big chunk of damage off on them. Is this the time to go off? I don't think it is yet. I really don't. I think that I'm gonna go out to my cryo. I'm pretty sure I can switch out from Mean Look with this thing. And I can just like throw off freeze drives. It's pretty free. I can do like a decent chunk to this thing. Fly score is super chipped, which definitely sucks. They just switch out. They probably go, what, Duraludon, Cinderace? That's Duraludon for sure. Okay. And they take a Freeze Dry, which is not going to do too much. Looks like they're definitely like a max HP variant. The nice thing is I don't really think that they can do anything to me. I mean, they can click Thunderbolt if they have it. But they probably just get up the rocks. Even Thunderbolt isn't really doing anything. They just set up their rocks. I figured that would happen. I can just spin them away. They do not have like a spin blocker or anything. And they're pretty annoying for my Enamorous. I mean, nothing really wants to take them. Man, they did a really good job prepping. Yeah. Luckily, I think I'm pretty good against this guy. If I just spin, it does literally 0 damage. And what do they go for here? They just body press. That doesn't do too much. And I feel like I can freely recover. I don't want to be like too damaged. I want to be able to take on the DARKRAI if possible. Even Dragonite. They do withdraw. So they probably go, what, Cinderace? Oh no, they go out to the Fluttermane. I mean, not actually Fluttermane. I'm pretty sure that Mean Look I can switch out with my Shed Shell, which is like insane. And I can do decent damage. Okay. I just am trying to look. Oh, I get the freeze, which is really tough for them. Yeah. I mean, that definitely sucks. I mean, I'm spamming Freeze Dry. It was probably going to happen eventually. And they have a couple turns to thaw. They do just immediately thaw. And Icy Wind me. Is it going to do no damage? But I think we're going to show that. Cryogonal's a little better than the Misdreavus. There's one more to kill, and they go for Perish. That's fine. They probably protect here. I do want to switch out, I think. I wonder how much my Enamorous is doing to this Misdreavus. They're going to be Tera Poison. I feel like my superpower should be killing here. I feel like they probably go for Protect or Mean Look on that turn. They do Protect. Awesome. Superpower should definitely be able to take this thing out, and nothing wants to eat a superpower. I do just get the superpower off. Awesome. This time +1/+1. Okay. I'm assuming that Darkrai is going to come in and try to Sludge Bomb me, and then I can just kill it with a superpower as well. Because I am Kevia Berry. I believe they're Scarfed, and that's what's going to happen. So let me take out this Misdreavus. The Duraludon is at like half. I don't think that thing eats. No, it definitely does not. And then Dragonite doesn't want to come in. They go out to probably the Cinderace. No, they do go out to Dragonite. The nice thing is I just have Taunt, so they can't set up Dragon Dances, because that would be really scary. Maybe this was a misplay though, but I just don't want to miss a bunch of miss a bunch of play roughs and be in a really, really tough spot. Yeah, I mean, that would be really unfortunate. I think they might be playing as if I'm Scarf. I feel like they probably go for Dragon Dance here. They could Ice Punch though. They do. Just Dragon Dance. That's awesome. If I break their multi-scale with another one, then my play rough should kill afterwards, for sure. So I'm just going to superpower again. Okay, and multi-scale is broken. I can definitely see the Ice Punch coming out here. There, Ice Spinner. Oh wow, that does 50%. That's crazy. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty high roll for an Adamant max attack. I do land the play rough, that's awesome. Okay, so there goes D-Knight. That's huge. Alright, we're back. Only thing you guys missed, Darkrai killed my Medusa, and then tried to kill my Cryogonal. Tried Nasty Plotting and Dark Pulsing, but I was able to haze it and do a little bit of chip damage. So yeah, that's it for that. And I'm thinking now that I can just go into my Glamora and click Agility. So I know he's set Ice Beam, Dark Pulse, and Nasty Plot. If he's Psyshock, then I mean that's really good. Obviously, you see here like the Pokemon. Let's see, this is gone, this is gone. This is not here. They are Psychic. Let's see if I live. I do, okay. I mean, honestly, this layout is just gonna be a complete mess right now. But we got the Rock Polish off, so now we just Meteor Beam. And I got the Power Herb. Here, let's move this Duraludon over because it's still here. And we kill it with the Meteor Beam. Awesome. So there goes Darkrai. Darkrai ended up killing both my Cryo and my Enam. Alright, this should be about right. For some reason, my computer literally blue screened during the battle, which was really obnoxious. But at this point, I'm pretty sure Glamora just picks up the last two kills. Yep. Gets the Duraludon with Earth Power, which is awesome. And then the Cinderace should die as well. I mean, I guess it could be Sucker Punch, but the way that they sacked off the Duraludon makes me think it's not, and it is not, and just dies in one. So that is it. We definitely got the Glamora sweep. I'm glad with how that set worked. I'm glad with how Enamorous worked. Cryogonal was so clutch to be able to wall out the Darkrai and get it chipped so that a Meteor Beam would kill. So all in all, I feel like I played it great in this match. My opponent brought amazing prep with the Misdreavus, Tera Poison, the Gliscor killer. I did get lucky with a double protect, but to be honest, with the amount of damage that it did, it didn't really matter. And I think they just disconnected. But I mean, I don't really think it mattered too much. And I mean, we still have our Gliscor alive right now. So I don't really think it ended up mattering in the end. But yeah, that's about it for week 1. If you guys like the layout and stuff, then let me know. Sorry that it disconnected like right towards the end. It's really unfortunate. But yeah, that's about it for this one, and I'll see you guys in the next week's battle. Peace out.